Today, we're exploring the Amazon River. And by exploring, I mean from a very safe distance on dry land, because actually getting into that water would be, from a medical standpoint, a spectacularly bad decision. This river is home to some of the most dangerous aquatic predators on Earth. Some are armed with razor-sharp teeth. Others can deliver electric shocks powerful enough to stop a human heart, and a few are so small you'll never notice them until it's already too late. The Amazon River System. Before we meet the monsters, you need to understand the world they live in. The Amazon River stretches more than 4,000 miles, making it one of the longest rivers on the planet. But length isn't what makes it lethal. Volume is. The Amazon carries more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. That immense flow creates the perfect hunting ground. The water is dark and muddy, with visibility often reduced to just inches. Temperatures stay warm year-round, hovering between 79 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and the ecosystem is so dense with life that predators never run out of prey. But the most frightening part comes with the floods. During the wet season, the river can rise more than 30 feet, swallowing entire forests. What was once dry land becomes a tangled maze of channels, lagoons, and submerged trees, opening up entirely new hunting grounds. And that's when the real monsters come out. The black caiman. The first killer is the one you'd expect, but it's far worse than you imagine. The black caiman is one of the largest predators in the Amazon, reaching up to 20 feet long and weighing over 2,200 pounds. Unlike other caimans, these are pure black, making them nearly invisible in the dark, tannin-stained waters of the Amazon. Black caimans hunt like ambush assassins. They float motionless for hours, only their eyes and nostrils above water. When prey comes close, a capybara, a deer, even a jaguar drinking at the water's edge, they explode from the water with terrifying speed. Their bite force is estimated at over 7,000 pounds per square inch. That's strong enough to crush a human skull like an egg. Their teeth don't chew. They're designed to grip and hold while the caiman performs a death roll, spinning violently to tear chunks of flesh from their prey. Here's what makes them especially dangerous to humans. Black caimans hunt at night, exactly when people are bathing or fishing in the river. Attacks are rare but brutal. Black caimans were nearly hunted to extinction for their valuable skin, but conservation efforts have brought them back. Now they're reclaiming their territory, and fatal attacks are increasing. The arapaima. Now we move to something that doesn't look dangerous at first, until you see what it can do. The arapaima is one of the largest freshwater fish in the world, reaching lengths of up to 15 feet and weighing over 400 pounds. It looks like a living fossil, covered in large scales that act like armor. What makes the arapaima unique is that it breathes air. Every 10 to 20 minutes, it surfaces to gulp oxygen. This evolved because the Amazon's waters are often so low in oxygen that fish suffocate. The arapaima adapted by developing a lung-like swim bladder. So how is this a killer? 2 ways. First, arapaimas are ambush predators. They float motionless near the surface, then strike with explosive speed when smaller fish swim past. Their mouth creates a vacuum that sucks prey in from several feet away. They've been recorded swallowing fish over 2 feet long in a single gulp, and they're incredibly strong and aggressive during breeding season. Male arapaimas protect their young fiercely. If a human gets too close, the arapaima will ram them with its massive armored head. People have suffered broken ribs, concussions, and even deaths from arapaima attacks. Local fishermen respect arapaimas more than they respect caimans. At least you can see a caiman coming. The piranha. Everyone knows piranhas. Sharp teeth, blood frenzy, able to strip a cow to bone in minutes. But the most of that is Hollywood myth. The truth is somehow more disturbing. There are over 30 species of piranha in the Amazon, but only a few are truly dangerous. The red-bellied piranha is the most aggressive. They grow to about 12 to 14 inches long, but their teeth are razor-sharp triangles that interlock perfectly. Piranhas don't usually attack healthy animals or humans. They're primarily scavengers, feeding on dead or dying fish. But under certain conditions, they become extremely dangerous. During the dry season, water levels drop dramatically. Piranhas get concentrated in smaller pools with less food. They become desperate and aggressive. This is when attacks happen. Here's what makes piranhas truly dangerous. They hunt in schools of hundreds or thousands. One bite isn't much, but hundreds of bites in seconds? That's lethal. And once they taste blood, they enter a feeding frenzy, where they'll attack anything that moves. Piranhas won't strip a cow to bone in minutes, that's exaggerated, but they can remove enough flesh to cause death from blood loss within 5 to 10 minutes, and that's terrifying enough.
The electric eel. Forget everything you think you know about electric eels. This isn't a mild shock. This is a weapon. The electric eel isn't actually an eel. It's a type of knife fish that can grow up to 8 feet long and weigh up to 45 pounds. But size isn't what makes it deadly. Electric eels can generate shocks of up to 860 volts. That is more than 5 times the voltage of a standard US electrical outlet. A single shock can stun a horse. Multiple shocks can kill a human. Here's how it works. About 80% of the electric eel's body is made up of specialized cells called electrocytes. These cells work like batteries stacked in series, generating massive voltage. The eel can discharge this electricity in pulses or sustained shocks lasting several seconds. Electric eels use this power for navigation, communication, and hunting. They release low-voltage pulses to sense their surroundings in murky water. When they detect prey, they release a high-voltage burst that instantly paralyzes fish. But when threatened by larger animals, including humans, they switch to defense mode. Multiple high-voltage shocks in rapid succession. Here's why this is deadly to humans. One shock won't kill you directly, but it causes intense muscle spasms. If you're in water when shocked, your muscles contract involuntarily and you can't swim. You drown while paralyzed. But get this, electric eels kill more people annually in the Amazon than piranhas do. The green anaconda. Imagine swimming in murky water. Suddenly, something wraps around your leg. Before you can react, coils wrap around your chest. You can't breathe. Within minutes, it's over. That's the green anaconda. These are the largest snakes by weight on Earth, reaching 20 to 26 feet long and weighing over 440 pounds. At that size, it's basically a living garden hose from hell. But locals tell stories of monsters over 33 feet long, as thick as a tree trunk. Unlike venomous snakes, anacondas kill through constriction. They wrap around their prey and squeeze. With each exhale, they tighten. Your ribs crack, your heart stops. Death comes in minutes. Their diet is terrifying. Caimans, capybaras, wild boars, deer, giant fish. If it has a heartbeat, the anaconda has it on the menu. They can swallow prey much larger than their own head by unhinging their jaws, then disappear underwater to digest for weeks. Do they eat humans? Official records are rare, probably because witnesses aren't around to file reports. Many locals tell stories of people disappearing near riverbanks, leaving only long slide marks leading into the water. Science hasn't proven anacondas eat humans, but the jungle's eerie silence keeps the legend alive. The anaconda doesn't need venom. Pure muscle power makes it one of the Amazon's most efficient killers. The candiru. Now we come to the creature that fuels every Amazon nightmare. The candiru is a tiny parasitic catfish, usually just 1 to 2 inches long. At first glance, it looks harmless, thin, almost transparent. But its reputation is pure horror. In nature, the candirus parasitize larger fish. They swim into the gills, deploy backwards-facing spines to lock themselves in place, and feed on blood. That alone is unsettling. But what truly terrifies people are the reports involving humans. For decades, there have been stories, some documented, others disputed, of candirus entering the human urethra. The most famous case dates back to 1997, when a Brazilian man claimed a candiru swam into his urethra while he was urinating in the river. Doctors later surgically removed a fish reportedly measuring 5 inches long. Its spines were so deeply embedded that extraction required cutting. Scientists still argue about whether this is even possible. Some insist the anatomy makes it unlikely. Others point to medical case reports and note that candirues are attracted to urea and ammonia, chemicals found in urine. But debate doesn't matter much to the people who live there. Locals along the Amazon are absolutely terrified of the candiru. They refuse to urinate in the river. Some even wear protective coverings while swimming. And here's what is certain. Candirus do enter human body cavities. They've been found in open wounds, and there are medical reports documenting their removal from the bodies of swimmers, including women. When it happens, the pain is extreme, and without immediate treatment, the risk of infection can be life-threatening. The candiru may be small, but psychologically, it's one of the most terrifying threats in the entire Amazon. 7 killers, 1 river system, endless danger. The Amazon jungle is deadly, but the river? That's where the real monsters live. Which creature scared you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to explore the deadliest land predators of the Amazon, hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And whatever you do, stay out of the water.